Hello and welcome to the Puff Stitch Square, Part 8 of the Odysseys of Textures Blanket. For this square, you will need the basic size 4 yarn, a yarn needle, a 5mm crochet hook, a pair of scissors, and something not shown would be a stitch marker. To start, we will chain 4 and then join with a slip stitch into the first chain to create a ring. For round 1, chain 4. This does count as the first double crochet. I like to take a stitch marker and mark the 3rd chain in the beginning chain 4. This just helps me see where I need to join at the end of the round. For this round, you will be working into the center of the ring, not into the stitches, but into the center of the ring. So to start, we will double crochet into the ring, and if you want, you can crochet over the tail, like I am doing. Place a double crochet, then chain 1. Repeat this around the chain. You will need to have 16 of these. Double crochet, chain 1. And please remember that the beginning chain 4 is part of this double crochet chain 1 series. Once you have 16 double crochets and chain 1s, remember to place your last chain 1, then join with a slip stitch into that marked chain. You need to join into the 3rd chain of the beginning chain 4. For round 2, chain 2. Then I like to mark the top of this chain. Into each chain 1 space, you need to work a puff stitch. To do this, we will yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, and pull up a loop. You need to repeat this until there are 9 loops on your hook. Once you have 9 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 9 loops. This can be tight, so I like to wiggle my hook a little bit. then chain 1. Repeat the puff stitch around this around the work into each chain 1 space. You should have 16 puff stitches. Once you have 16 puff stitches, you need to join with a slip stitch into the top of the beginning chain 2. For round 3, chain 3. Again, mark the beginning chain with my stitch marker. In the chain 1 space, you need to double crochet 4 together. To do this, you will yarn over and insert your hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. Repeat this until you have 5 loops on your hook. Once you have 5 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 5 loops. Then chain 2. For the rest of the round, you need to double crochet 5 stitches together. It's the same concept, but instead of 5 loops on your hook, you will have 6. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Continue this until you have 6 loops on your hook. Once you have 6 loops, yarn over and pull through all 6 loops, and then chain 2. Repeat this around until you have 16 5 double crochets together. Once you have 16 of these, you need to join. So join with a slip stitch into the top of the beginning chain 3. For round 4, you will take the circle and turn it into a square. First, you need to slip stitch into the next stitch. Now, chain 3 and then mark your chain. Then 2 double crochets into the chain 2 space. Now for the corner. In the next chain 2 space, place 3 double crochets. Now chain 2. Then place 3 more double crochets into the same spot. The corner is finished. Now it's time to work the side. So for each side of this round, you will work into the chain 2 spaces. In each chain 2 space, you will need to place 3 double crochets. So you'll have 3 groups of 3 double crochets. Your first side is complete. Now you need to make a corner again. So you will put again 3 double crochets. Chain 2 and 3 double crochets. After the corner, you will again need to do a side, which is 3 groups of 3 double crochets. Again, for the corner, you will need to place 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. Repeat this around the square. You will need to work another side as well as 2 more corners. You will notice after your last corner that you have not finished the first side, and we will work that as soon as the corner is finished. Once you've made your last corner, you need to add 2 more groups of 3 double crochets. So into the chain 2 space, place 3 double crochets. 1 more group into the next chain 2 space. Now it is time to slip stitch into the marked chain 3 from the beginning, and this is where you join. Round 5 is similar to round 4. You will slip stitch into the next stitch, chain 3, then mark the chain, into the space between the 2 groups of 3 double crochets, you will place 2 double crochets. See, there is a small gap, so you work into that gap. After that, you need to jump into the corner and place your corner stitches, so 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. And for round 5, you need to work into the sections in between the 3 double crochet groupings. You will have 4 groups of 3 double crochets. Then you place your corner. And repeat this around the square. A corner, then 4 groups of 3 double crochets. Once you've made your last corner, you will again need to finish off the beginning side. To do this, you will need to have 3 more groups of 3 double crochet. Once you have placed your 3 groups of 3 double crochet, you need to join into the marked stitch. So slip stitch into the beginning chain 3. Round 6 is similar to rounds 4 and 5. Slip stitch into the next stitch, chain 3, then mark the chain. Into the space between the 2 groups of 3 double crochets, place 2 double crochets. and then work around the square in the same manner that you have done for rounds 4 and 5. The only difference will be on the sides, where you will have 5 groups of 3 double crochets. You do need to finish off the beginning side. You will need to place 4 more groups of 3 double crochet. Once those groupings have been placed, you need to slip stitch into the marked chain 3. For the border of this square, you need to slip stitch to the corner. Make sure that you do slip stitch into the corner itself. Once you are in the corner, chain 1 and turn. Place 3 single crochets into the corner. Yes, I am working into the corner itself and not into the stitches of the corner. I'm working around that chain. Then place 25 evenly spaced single crochets along the side. You repeat this around the square. Each corner receives 3 single crochets, and each side has 25 evenly spaced single crochets. When you've made it around, you need to join by slip stitching into the beginning chain 1. Once the square is finished, I like to take a small slip of paper and mark the front of the square with that slip of paper and a pen.